Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to the video. Now today's vehicle is a super hairy 2013 Ford Escape, and as you might already be able to tell, it's pretty filthy on the outside too, so let's take a look around. Alright, so with the vehicle not having been cleaned for years, it's absolutely covered in dirt from front to back, though the tailgate is definitely the worst area as you can barely see the paint underneath all the dirt. And then as you can imagine, the wheels and tires are filthy too. And the carpeted wheel well liners here are looking full to the brim of dirt. But if that's not enough, up on the front end, and there's a graveyard worth of dead bugs there to deal with as well. But moving inside now, and this is where the majority of the disaster is, as the owner's 5 dogs have destroyed the inside and left all their hair behind in the process. Besides all the garbage, chew toys, and frisbees around the vehicle, there's literally piles and piles of hair everywhere, especially underneath the back seats. The windows are covered in dog slobber and the seats are really dirty too. But just before we dive into this epic detail, take a quick second and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I post a new video like this every week, so if you've got the bell on, you won't ever miss out on one. All right, well, it looks like the pressure washer and the lily brush are definitely gonna have their work cut out for them today. So as always guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, starting on the pre-wash rinse here, and you'll notice that the dirt is pretty stuck onto the paint and really isn't all coming off with the pressure washer. And that's simply because the vehicle hasn't been washed for such a long time. So I'll get off what I can now, and the rest will come off easily during the wash stage. And later on, you might notice at the end of the video that the reveal shots look a little different today, and that's because it was super windy as there was a huge winter storm system blowing in right when I finished up. Moving to the back now where it's the dirtiest, and you'll notice the sticker and the I love my corgi magnet. So like I mentioned in the opening, the owner has 5 dogs and frequently travels with them in the vehicle. And to give you a bit of interesting background info, she actually competes with the dogs in jumping and catching competitions pretty often, which has resulted in a lot of driving. So with the vehicle being a 2013, it's already got 180,000 kilometers on it, or about 112,000 miles, and also spends a fair bit of time on gravel roads, which does help to explain why it's as dirty as it is. So as you already saw on the other side, the rear wheel wells are carpeted and are holding onto an absolutely massive pile of dirt. Honestly, the more you spray, the more dirt comes out, and it just turns my garage floor into a river of mud, albeit a satisfying one. Moving to the graveyard of bugs up front, and knowing they've been on the car for a while, I'm not expecting the pressure washer to be able to get much of it off. So I'll do what I can now, and then before the foam bath, I'll get some bug remover sprayed on to help loosen them up a bit. Moving to the wheels now, and with some wheel and tire cleaner sprayed on, I'll use a few of my new Detail Geek brushes to get them clean, notably the tire brush and the wheel brush, both of which should be available very soon on my website if they aren't already, which is the first link in the description if you're curious. Now with the vehicle washed, I'm going to chemically decontaminate the paint, as I noticed quite a few little rust spots all over the vehicle when I was washing it. So getting the iron remover sprayed on, I'll leave it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes, and what it does is react with the iron particles and dissolve them, turning purple while it does, and then I'll just simply spray it off after, making sure to be extra thorough as it likes to cling to the paint a little bit. Alright, with the vehicle dried off now, I'll start getting all the personal items and garbage removed, and maybe not surprisingly, I pulled 10 Frisbees out of this vehicle. Some I'm sure the owner didn't even know were in here, as they were wedged under the passenger seat. but I do have to say that all the grimy hair covered coins in the cup holder, that was pretty gross. Okay, starting on vacuuming now, and you might notice here that I've unbolted the seat bottoms because without doing that, I never would have been able to get at the massive amount of hair underneath them. And with the bottom unbolted, I've got really great access everywhere I need to. So starting with the vacuum, I'll get as much hair sucked up as I can and will then grab the lily brush to get the rest of the hair out. And with the cheaper carpet this Escape has in it, it definitely does make it a little more challenging to get it all out. But as you guys can see, the lily brush really has no issue with it. Now, as I finish off the back seat area here, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I recently filmed a day in the life video for the second channel where you'll get to see what sorts of things I do when I'm not detailing. So if you want to see what should hopefully be a pretty entertaining video, head over to the second channel and make sure you're subscribed. The video will be out in just a few days and you definitely don't want to miss it. Now moving to all the interior trim, where again there was a fair bit of hair stuck all over, especially down in the cup holders, and this is where using my Detail Geek Boar's Hair detail brush makes all the difference, as it easily gets the hair dislodged and ready to be sucked up. And then on the more sensitive plastic areas that are more prone to scratches, I'll switch over to the ultra soft brush. Getting started on the rear liner here, and for any of you out there who maybe struggle with pet hair either in your vehicle or at home, I would very highly recommend picking up a lily brush. As you can see, they pretty much effortlessly pull the trapped hair out of the carpet fibers. And if you're wondering where you can get one, I've got them on my website at detailgeekautocare.com. The link is at the top of the description for you. Here is the massive hairball pulled from this Escape, and this is definitely the biggest one that I've ever pulled out of a vehicle. Moving up to the driver's footwell now, and I had to laugh that even after agitating with the drill brush, the imprint the floor mat left in the carpet barely budged. So I'd be willing to bet the floor mat has rarely, if ever, been out of the vehicle. And to answer a question I've seen a lot lately, when I'm done extracting carpets or seats, yes, they will still be slightly damp. There really isn't an extractor on the market that could ever get them perfectly dry. So knowing that, I always try to get them as dry as I can with the Bissell, and then over the winter time here, I'll have the heat on in the garage and the vehicle doors open to help them dry out faster. Here's all the dirty water pulled from the Escape, and it's got some really deep brown tones to it this time. Gross. Now for the center console area here where the dirt and grime is stuck in the crevices, this is where a steamer comes in super handy as it can easily blast it all out. So if any of you have been thinking about picking one up, be sure to give the McCulloch MC1375 a look, as it's an incredibly versatile machine and can even be used around the house. So if you're interested, the link is down in the description for you. Moving to these dirty leather seats, and with some leather cleaners sprayed on, I'll use my soft horsehair brush to agitate and really get down into the seams where the dirt likes to collect. And you might not be able to tell here, but the cleaner was turning brown, which means these seats were definitely pretty dirty. Alright, now with a black foam finishing pad on my polisher, I'll get to work applying a paint sealant to this escape to boost the gloss and keep the paint protected over winter. And once I've done the entire vehicle, it will be hazed over and ready to remove with a couple different 420 GSM microfiber towels. Now to revive all the faded black exterior plastic here, I'm applying 303's aerospace protectant, and as you can see, not only does it do a fantastic job of making this black trim pop again, it's also a great UV protectant, which should help prevent the fading here from getting worse. Last but not least here is to dress the tires with some CarPro Pearl, which is a water-based dressing, so it's safe for rubber and it won't sling all over the paint when the customer drives away. All right guys, and 11 hours later, and all the dirt, all the hair is gone, and the Ford Escape is looking incredible. Now, if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Keep an eye out on the second channel, as there will be a Clean With Me episode of this vehicle coming soon. And as always, subscribe to the channel for more awesome transformations like this. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.